Kbands Live 134 here with Trevor Theismann, kbandstraining.com. I've set up a upper level fusion cable mount here. We're going level 1, level 5, and we're going to be doing some bicep curls. If you like, pause the video, get this set up. This will be the beginning of our exercise. But here we go, we're going to get started. We're going to be doing an elevated bicep curl where you put your elbow parallel to your shoulders. Every time that you bring that hand in now, you want to flex the bicep and then really think about when you decelerate, flexing that bicep. It shouldn't be a relaxation point. You shouldn't be letting it go and letting it come back out. You want to flex and then decelerate with the bicep, concentrating the entire time. You're going to move back and forth from the left and the right hand, and we're going to be supersetting this with some push-ups and some knee combinations, but we'll get there in just a minute. Notice now elbow is straight across from the shoulder. As you switch from hand to hand, it's really good to use a mirror and just make sure that you've got the proper form. That curl should be coming up towards the back part of your ear. You don't want to be moving up to the side of your head. You want to move towards your ear. We're going to be working through these for about 1 to 2 sets, and then we'll get into the superset. But the question at hand that I want to go over is, can you work your arms every day to build muscle faster? A lot of people think that you have to get a lot of periodization in your workouts. You've got to really alternate. If you're working biceps one day, you need to give them 2 or 3 days off. The key is balance, understanding your body, not overtraining, but yet getting the results you want. If you're only interested in building your arms and those types of things, I highly suggest doing high intensity exercises, building your flexibility, getting your heart a lot more healthy as time goes on. That's going to be a bigger part of your health and nutrition. But what I want you to understand is as you get a little bit more comfortable with this, you can work the same muscle groups every day. The key is just alternating different types of exercise that put different stresses on our body. If you're doing the exact same exercise each and every day, you're going to feel a lot of joint pain and you're going to feel different portions that don't quite feel right. A lot of times if you're doing a lot of pushing motions, your wrist might become a problem. So you want to find the balance in utilizing specific exercises that target the muscle groups and don't really worry about working them the same day back to back. You just have to listen to your body. We'll dig into that a little bit more, but here I want to get into the push-up portion. We'll be doing push-ups, supersetted with a little bit of a knee up. Nothing too crazy. You're going 4 to 5 push-ups and then 4 knee ups. This is going to be a great combination to kind of get our shoulders started as we do our curls, supersetting here with the fusion curls as well as the push-up. Now push-ups, I tell you, I did them wrong for a lot of years. You can push your body up and down with your hands near your shoulders. If you want a big chest, you've got to learn how to push in the right areas. Sink your hands down by your chest and let your body float a little bit up higher. It's not exactly a plunge by any means, but if you are a very shoulder pushing type of person, it feels very odd. It feels like your body's hanging out over your hands, and it sometimes can be a lot of pressure on your wrists. So you want to open up your grip just a little bit. That helps me and my wrists as I'm starting to do a lot more push-ups to gain some size. The knee up portion is just to take a little bit of time off because we want to start developing the ability to sit in our hands a lot longer. A lot of people get fatigued at 10 and 15 push-ups, and when I try to help you get to the next level and extend the amount of push-ups you can do, sometimes it's just your joints and things are giving out. So you've got to learn how to hold the load a little bit longer. Now we've got our superset rocking and rolling. We're going to be going back up. Now we're going to be doing the bicep curls with the right, bicep curls with the left, and then we'll hit the floor again for our push-up combination. I'll be quiet now. Enjoy the workout. Turn up some music, and I'll be back in just a bit to chime in with some more workout tips. All right, let's set up our next superset. You're gonna want your rack and your bar a little bit higher, probably just under your sternum. We're gonna be doing a downward press that's great for your chest if you do it right, and really great for your triceps. The next exercise, we're gonna be setting up the fusion cables on the top mounts, utilizing a medium weight. I'm gonna grab the level 3s, that works well for me. But we're gonna be keeping our arms straight and extending down by our sides. If you've never done this exercise before, and of course you haven't seen it just yet, just trust me, you wanna use a little bit lighter than you wanna work heavier. I would suggest if you're new to it, go with the level 2, the light gray band. If you're a little bit more advanced, probably stick to where I'm at, because you can always move away from the wall just a bit and make that resistance band a little stronger, or move a little bit closer to make it a little bit lighter. But heavier is not always best in these types of movements, because we want to make sure that we're doing them right and flexing the muscles properly. So we've got our fusion cable set up. Now we're going to go back over to the bar, and we're going to be doing a push down. So get yourself ready, and you're going to put your arms, now your hands can be at different widths. I like to mix it up a little bit depending on what my wrists and my hands feel like. You might want to have a narrow grip just outside the chest, or you might have a little wider grip that's a little bit wider than shoulder width. Mix it up throughout the routine, but basically you're going to hold your entire load. You're going to take your body off the ground, and we're going to be coming down right around the lower part of our chest and extending back up. So it's just a low push down. You're going to go up, your feet stay off the ground the entire time. If you're not quite strong enough to pull this move off, if you put the rack at a correct height to where you can give yourself a little bit of hop off the floor, it's going to make you to where you can get that press and decelerate on the way down, and slowly we'll build up to that level. Next, we'll be grabbing the fusion cables, cross your hands, and we're going to be keeping our arms nice and straight, flexing down low. You should be thinking about the lower part of your shoulder blades to do this exercise properly. If you are curling out and you're feeling high in the traps, that's not really the goal here. We're trying to go low and flex the triceps as well as the rear part of the shoulders and back. When you superset this, you'll feel a little bit more of the tricep just because you're coming off that other exercise, and that's what we're going for. So mess with your hand grip here and try to get as many repetitions as you can. Follow my rep durations and enjoy this part of the workout. All right, here I'm grabbing my dip station. If you don't have these to mount to your squat rack, you can also use a bench or anything like that, but this exercise might be a little bit tougher like that. If you've got any types of straps where you can put your arms through and hang your body off, basically we want to be suspended in the air for an abdominal exercise. It's going to be pretty tough, but if you have this, it's a nice squat rack attachment. You put them through the bases of the holding mounts there, and I use them all the time. It's pretty convenient for body weight style exercises, but if you have our KB Duo suspension trainer in Kbands Live 129, there's another version of this where you can slide your hands through the hand straps and you'll have a base near your armpit, and you won't have to hold the load in your hands, but rather you'll be holding it near your armpits. You're also going to be utilizing 3 fusion cables, getting a very heavy load for a core exercise. I love finishing up exercises or workouts with a little bit of core training, and we're going to also incorporate the legs just a little bit. But overall, this exercise you're going to feel in your obliques, your shoulders, and everything that it takes to stabilize with a load out in front. Set up your fusion cables, put them all on one handle, and I'll chime in with a little bit of workout breakdown here in a sec. All right, our final handle is up. We've got the 3, the 4, and the 5, so it's going to be nice and heavy. You're going to come out from the wall, get yourself a nice base, and you'll be slightly squatted. We're going to be doing a combination here. 4 to 5 twists. Get everything firing, keep those arms pretty straight, and now we're going to move down into a squat, and the key is to really try to keep that form right in the middle. Don't slide in the hips, don't favor any sides. That's the key behind this specific exercise, is overloading all the joints and trying to maintain that nice straight form. Here we're on the left, we're going to get our rotations in quick, being explosive, getting that great turn, and then we're going to squat down, maintaining that center position. And you're going to be doing this each side back and forth before we move into the other exercise. Should be a pretty quick pace now as you're moving through those. You're going to walk right over to the dip station now. Get your arms situated in a nice hand position. Put that grip deep in your hand. If you're a person that puts bars and things like that right around your pads in your hands, you got a big bend in your wrist, and you're going to feel that it doesn't feel that great after a while. You get a lot of pressure in your hand. So you want to put it deep in your palm so that your wrist can stay pretty straight. Now we're going to be lifting those legs up and trying to get nice and warmed up for the front side. You can do static holds, you can do under lifts, or you can just simply pull them straight up. I'm getting a little bit loose doing a variety of each, but overall as we get moving here, I'm going to be doing straight leg lifts, and you should feel this a lot through your core. It's a lot about your hips now. You shouldn't feel it in your hip flexors. You should be getting your hips tilted in the right position to where your hips are doing all the work. Push yourself through this superset and enjoy the rest of the workout. Kbands Live 134 is pretty challenging for the arms and the core. Enjoy the rest of the workout, and we'll see you next time for Kbands 135.